Hello everybody, how's it going? We are here with a general and timeless reading. Before we get started, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I'm seeing you be a little bit guarded within a situation. You may feel like it's important for somebody not to cross your boundaries, and so you may be explaining your boundaries or just feeling sort of protective over maybe your boundaries or yourself within your personal life. Maybe you don't want someone to cross a line. Yeah. Something here about a conversation that you're having with someone. That means it's going to be important for you to reflect on what your boundaries are so you can communicate a wall. What that is for you. Yeah, look at this. I built this wall, don't cross it. Given that type of energy. You may feel very, very protective over something that you have. I feel like you're being a guard dog with something. For some of you, this is a relationship of yours. Maybe something happened and you were like activated to, I don't know, step into some sort of protective energy with this person. I'm hearing I have to make a choice. Seems like it's coming down to what your intention here is. There can be somebody that you're actually like kind of uncomfortable with, maybe letting in. And maybe you didn't know that until this point. But that's sort of what this is feeling like. Like, this is my toy, don't touch it. That type of energy. And I mean, like, it's probably something more serious than that, right? I'm sure you're not looking at this feeling like it's a trivial thing. And I'm hoping it's not coming across in that way. Just trying to make what's going on energetically easily understandable through the way that it's being articulated. Moving forward, what I'm seeing is that you may be in a spot where you're like, do I open up or do I not? Like, do I stay shut down or do I want to allow whatever this is to come through? How am I feeling? Because maybe this is being uncomfortable with being vulnerable, potentially. But I want to get further and see why you would be feeling this way. Somebody let you down in a big way. Okay. So you feel like you have a wall up for good reason, right? Like this person has let you down and you've learned that you can't trust them or that you can't depend on them, that you can't rely on them through their behavior. For some of you, they say one thing and do another thing. That's not to say that you don't want to be able to have this person in your life in this capacity. However, if we're being realistic, you may feel that you sort of need to deal with your own stuff on your own time and that this person is just going to create more issues for you. Because I'm seeing you be like, I want it to work out with them. I want it to be them. I wish that they would be able to show up in the way that I need them to, but they don't. And it seems like they've disappointed you so many times at this point that your heart is under lock and key. I'm seeing you be like, you are not getting it in 444. seeing like you build the wall, your guides are handing you the bricks to like continue building the wall. Not in general, I'm seeing it just specifically be with this person. The frustrating thing is that this person could come through and be like, why are you acting like that? But I'm seeing, like, this is why I'm acting like that. Because I've had to deal with this so many times. But they may be questioning that to you. Like, I don't understand why. I'm seeing this has mentally been a lot for you. Yeah, you're like, I wanted this to be an empowering situation. I wanted you to empower me. I wanted to feel empowered within this relationship, and I didn't. And so now I'm in a space where my intention is to create something empowering for me. I'm seeing there be a lot of strength that you've gained from this. Like, you may have discovered your worth through this situation. Maybe in a whole new way. Yeah, look at you. I know my worth. You're out of there. I'm seeing you be like, you've let me down one too many times. I'm seeing Leo Venus, Leo Mercury come through here. Let me down too many times. I'm out of here. You just don't want to give this person another chance to disappoint you, because the odds are that they will, and that's the vibe. A very unserious fellow person, whoever this is, very unserious. I'm seeing you be like, how can we build together? You're so inconsistent. This person may really shine when you're leaving. When you're like, okay, I've had it, I'm out of here. Like, that may really be when they step up. Step up to the plate, ready? No, this person is just, things are overwhelming for them. And I'm really not seeing it be, like, it's really not a joking matter. I'm seeing a lot that you've had to take on your own because of how, like, you really can't depend on this person. Whether that be, like, emotionally, whether that be monetarily, whether that be with, like, chores and stuff, or with, like, the kids or whatever, you know, responsibility-wise. Seems like there's a lot of stress, like, overall just going around. You may feel it was stressful with this person, it's stressful away from this person. It's going to be maybe challenging to figure out things without this person, too, like if you do walk away. But at this point, like, are you even emotionally connecting with this person, or like passionately connecting with this person anymore? Because it seems like you've cut them off. Like, you could still physically be around this person, but you may be checked out. For some of you, I'm seeing something about pregnancy and children. Yeah, you're like feeling like this is not a convenient time to have to do all of this, but what else are you going to do? So you may be figuring, I'm hearing resort, maybe last resort. I'm not seeing that you have planned yet your exit, but I'm seeing you calculating it. So you may not have like a solid plan in place, but I'm seeing you getting to the point of figuring that out. Also, too, like, you could be anywhere on the timeline. Like, maybe for some of you, this is old news. This has already happened. For some of you, you are at this point right here. just depends on where I'm finding you. So let's break it down in this way. The karmic test is to see if you will exercise your willpower and do what you know you need to do here within this situation to make a brave choice, to trust yourself and to not make any excuses. Because I'm seeing it's going to be very, very, very easy to make excuses and not take action and to sort of like wallow, which it seems like after you get out of this, you can wallow about it. And I'm not saying that in a derogatory way. I mean it like it's very important for you to feel your feelings, to be upset, to be sad, to mourn it, to do all of these things, but do not let this like lack of acceptance, a lack of willingness to accept what's going on, or just like sadness swallow you in a way that you stay in this situation. Because I'm seeing you kind of have to safeguard yourself from like falling into this pit of despair, like hey, wake up, we need to make a choice now, you need to make a decision now. It's sort of like that, like you kind of emotionally falling asleep at the wheel and your guides being like, wake up, we need you to steer the ship right now. It's not going to be easy to do this, but I'm seeing it be very necessary. I'm seeing your guides be like, you are strong enough, you got this, you have what it takes to be able to do this. For some of you too, this like pit of despair is not your own, it's the other person's. And they will come through being like this to try to pull you back in. But I'm seeing your guides be like, separate yourself from that. Do not take on the projected energy. You need to do what's right for you. Because this may be the thing. You may be in a situation with this person. They're making promises to you. They do not follow through. Or they do for a minute, and then all of a sudden it's like they forget completely, and it's back to the same old thing over and over again. And as soon as you're like, I'm unhappy, or I'm going to leave, or this isn't working for me, then this happens. And then they're like, well, you know what? All of that stuff, that it just becomes this karmic loop of them trying to like fix it, not working, doing the same thing over and over again. This person, again, may sort of like come alive within your interactions as soon as you start disengaging. They like know that they're losing your attention span. They're like, hey, I'm over here like doing the song and the dance to get your attention again. But I'm seeing you be in a space where you're like, I really want to make an empowering choice, but it's going to be the hardest. It's the hardest option out of all of the options. It's the most difficult. It's going to be the most rewarding. It's the right one for you, and you know that. But in light of not being a total extremist, you have plenty of options here. Most of them like less desirable than the next. If you're in a space where you're willing to do it, you don't even need any advice at this point. You already know what to do. You know what the empowering thing is to do. It's going to be the harder decision to make within this situation. Yes, it's going to be stressful. Yes, you're taking on a lot by doing this. But yes, are you going to be right with yourself by doing this? Mm-hmm. And what's more important to you? This is a very similar energy that's been coming through when it comes to this like passive self-sabotaging of like, I'm not happy here, but this other person is trying to convince me that this is working, and so like maybe they know better than I do, so I'm gonna stay passively, you know? It's one of those vibes where there's something within you that's coming alive that's like, hey, what about me? I'm not happy here. I want to be with somebody that I feel safe with, and I don't feel safe with this person. I feel like I cannot rely on them. It's like if you needed somebody to be there, if you needed somebody to pick up the phone, this person would not be your first call. You wouldn't make a bet on that. And I don't mean that like literally just as far as a phone call. I mean as far as like consistency or whatever this is that you need emotionally. I'm seeing this person drop the ball. Like a professional fumbler here. Here within this situation, like very much. Dealing with this with a sense of levity can absolutely be helpful because it is hard. It's very, very challenging. It's so difficult when we want somebody to be something that they're not. And we are constantly disappointed by them showing us that they are not what we want them to be. And we are not what we hope for them to be. And that because of that failing to meet our expectations, we feel like there's a lack of reciprocity when it comes to our values and our needs within the relationship. So coming back to you, have you gotten to the point where this has disappointed you enough, where this has let you down enough that you're ready for a change, or do you want to continue the cycle with this person? I will say this, in like big flashing lights, there is no right or wrong here. There's just what you're going to do. So it's not, it's the right decision to leave, or it's the wrong decision to stay, or it's the right decision to stay and the wrong decision to leave. There's none of that here. It's all about what you want to do. The purpose of me being here communicating this with you is your higher self speaking to you through me about laying out this situation in a way that makes sense to you so you can like cohesively understand it all in the front of your brain rather than having fragments all over the place. This is like putting the whole puzzle together so you can see the bigger picture. And then you get to decide what you want to do with this and what you feel is appropriate to do within this situation for you. And there's no guilt or shame no matter what it is that you choose, no matter what it is that you decide. Your guides do not judge you. They are there to support you, no matter what choices you're making. And if you're not ready for something, if you're not ready to make this choice, if it feels too overwhelming, if it feels too stressful for you, then you may not do it, and that's okay. There's no you need to do anything here. It's all just like what you're ready for, what you're willing for at the end of the day. So yeah, I'm seeing us kind of leave things in a place where it's sort of like a toss-up of do I stay, do I go? What do I want to do here? And we pass the mic back to you now. With that being said, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.